Ladies, we are here tonight on the and tonight on the show, we have a wrestling news, ladies and gentlemen, and that's on the big dollar, not the little dollar. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, so let's go. Let's get this started. For real. Let's get this started. They're saying Braun Strowman had neck surgery, man. Oh man, so it looks like his injury is a lot more serious than we thought, man. Man, Strowman having neck surgery, man. I want to take this time to wish Strowman a speedy recovery. Anytime you have a neck surgery, that's not a good sign, man. Hopefully he's back soon, man. Oh man, prayers up, man, for Strowman. They're saying that Carlito, who obviously made his comeback at Puerto Rico and Backlash about a month ago, they're saying that he was spotted a few days ago in Florida in the WWE Performance Center. They're not sure exactly what he was there for, but he was in the Performance Center, and that possible maybe there to maybe talk to somebody. Although I feel like if you were gonna, wouldn't you go to the WWE headquarters like to see like Triple H and Vince McMahon and Nick Khan? Why would you go to the Performance Center unless they already hired him to maybe be a coach, or maybe Shawn Michaels was interviewing him to be a coach. Maybe that's all they want to do for him. Who knows? But he was put at the Performance Center. A few AEW wrestlers who have been hurt are getting ready to come back. The Bastard Pac, who broke his nose during the 7 Series match tournament with the Elites for the Trio Championships. He's been recovering. He had surgery. The Bastard Pac should be coming back soon. Santana, remember Santana a long time ago with Ortiz? Remember that tag team? They were part of the Jericho Dream Society. He's been hurt. I believe he tore his ACL at one of those matches. It was 2022, 2021, Anarchy in the Arena. He's scheduled to come back soon, Santana. And also Leia Hirsch, who I believe also tore her ACL last year. She's also scheduled to come back soon. So those three, Pac, Santana, and Leia Hirsch, the Bastard Pac, Santana, Leila Hirsch, are all expected to come back to AEW very soon. Good to know, man. I'm getting a bunch of injuries lately, right? Good to know these three superstars, these three wrestlers are getting healthy, ready to come back. No cock. Anyways, WWE, man, they have put a special clause on all the arenas that are rented out to both WWE and AEW. That AEW has to wait a few, they have to wait a few weeks, either before or after WWE has done their show to do one. And then that when WWE is a show there, they have to wait like at least 3 weeks to start promoting their show. I think this has to do with tickets. They like if they're both gonna be in New York, they're like, hey, we're gonna be on New York on February 1st. And we're trying to get all the tickets, so you can't have them. They don't want AEW to be there all of April, and then they don't want them to be there until maybe June, right? So then they don't take away the if AEW is coming on April, I'm just gonna go to the April show, and then I'm not gonna have enough money to go to WWE in May. Or AEW is coming in June. I'll just go. That's what I think they're trying to do here. They're trying to get. They don't want AEW coming in a month earlier or a month after them, because they're afraid that they're going to choose if they're trying to figure out which one they're going to choose, they're going to choose. Oh, let's just go to the AEW one, and then they won't go to. So I think that's what they're going for. Now they're only doing this with arenas that are shared by both companies. For example, I believe Chicago, WWE has the Allstate Arena. AEW has the United Center, so it will not happen there. It'll only happen where they do share the same arena, so it's only for that. But it's a way to WWE to be able to sell more tickets without there's literally no competition in sight. Like we're the only for the next 2-3 months, we're the only wrestling show coming in your town. So there's that. They're saying that AEW is trying to really get aggressive and re-sign both the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega. They're saying, I think Kenny Omega's contract's coming up November, December. So they're trying to speed up the process and re-sign them pretty soon. I think they will. CM Punk and Ace Steel are set, to not only be on Collision, but also have a big part in creative, especially with CM Punk storylines. But also they will have a say with some of the other storylines going around with the other wrestlers. That's pretty interesting. I wonder how the other wrestlers feel about that. So he's going to start getting some power here, perhaps like Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks, right? How they're the vice presidents. But that's interesting that not only are they giving him power for his own storylines, but also possibly for other wrestlers' storylines. That's pretty interesting, man. We'll see how that one goes. WWE is getting ready to possibly announce their next pay-per-view, which will be September 9 from India. As of right now, they don't have anything until SummerSlam, which is August 5th. But it looks like it might be becoming official pretty soon that the next pay-per-view, I'm not even sure what it's going to be named. It's going to be in September 9 in India. So we'll see. So that would mean that once again, outside of Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, and SummerSlam, every other pay-per-view would have been in a different country. Pretty interesting what they're doing here, man. But I think it's good because you only go there once a year, right? You get the fans like super excited. They're super energetic because that's the only time of year they're going. So it looks like WWE planning another pay-per-view on September 9th from India. Today, Sean Rossap is reporting that WWE is planning tonight to present a new championship belt to Roman Reigns. Perhaps they might be getting rid of the two titles and just turning it into one. Maybe they call it the WWE Undisputed Universal. I don't know what they would call it. I remember, they did this with Brock Lesnar and Triple H, right? Back in when what was it, 2003, whenever it was. Triple H had both the World Heavyweight Champion and the WWE Championship, and they combined it into one, and they made it the Undisputed Champion. And then they did it a few years ago with Brock Lesnar too, when he was both the WWE Champion and the World Heavyweight Champion. And that's they just gave him the WWE Championship that Roman Reigns has right now. They gave him that one. And at first they called it the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, but then they did another brand split, and I believe that's when they brought the Universal Championship, the other one that Roman Reigns has, and they just called the WWE Champion. They stopped calling it the World Heavyweight Championship. So they've done this in the past. Like I said, with Triple H, they called it the Undisputed Champion. With Brock Lesnar, they called it the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, but it was just one belt. So maybe you're going to do something similar with Roman Reigns. It's just going to be one belt. I wonder what it's going to be called. For the last year, they've been referring to Roman Reigns as the Undisputed WWE Universal Champion. So maybe that's what they call it. They could just call it the Undisputed WWE Champion and maybe leave out the Universal part. We don't know. Who knows? But apparently that's what the ceremony is going to be about tonight. The 1,000-day celebration is about that. So we'll see, man. They're also saying Cody Rhodes is scheduled to be on SmackDown. They're saying that possibly he'd show up tonight and crash the celebration, which it would possibly be planting the seeds for a rematch at SummerSlam. Which I think if that happens, then I think Cody's winning the championship at SummerSlam. Why would they do the rematch and have him lose again? So let's not get too excited. Let's see what happens tonight. But I do believe if you were to show up tonight and crash the celebration, I think it plants the seeds for a rematch. It would be a way to maybe WWE telling us, hey, we haven't forgotten about this. And maybe potentially have the final match with Brock Lesnar at Money in the Bank, and then have the rematch at SummerSlam, which I would expect if they do it again at SummerSlam. I do think Cody Rhodes that time will win the championship. And Roman Reigns, I think, will take some time off. His schedule, by the way, after SummerSlam, August 5th, there's nothing. There's nothing on it. So a lot of people do think it's possible that he's going to lose the championship at SummerSlam. They're saying that a TNA wrestler Moose is a free agent and he could sign with WWE. That Vince McMahon is not too high on him. I'm not sure who this guy is. I just read this article, but whatever. He's a TNA wrestler. They're saying that potential call-ups from NXT could be happening soon. Draviv, I think they're saying he could join Imperium. And Vic Joseph, the commentator, he said he's working his ass off to one day be on the main roster. Not only to be on the main roster, but also one day to call a WrestleMania. A lot of people have said, right, that they should call him up. A lot of people were hoping that after the draft, they would maybe do a switch up of maybe sending Kevin Patrick to NXT and calling up Vic Joseph to Monday Night Raw. That did not happen, but I think that will happen soon, I think. We'll see what happens. As of right now, the favorites to possibly win Money in the Bank are Io Sky for the woman and LA Knight for the man. As of right now, those are to be possibly rumored to be the two favorites to win the Money in the Bank briefcase match. LA Knight, they haven't really booked them that strong lately. Same thing with Io Sky. She's in a tag team right now with Bayley. But as of right now, those are believed to be the two favorites, Io Sky for the woman and LA Knight for the man. And last one, Logan Paul. They are planning to have him at Money in the Bank and also at SummerSlam. And they're talking about possibly doing what they did in 2019 with Brock Lesnar and what they did last year with Austin Theory, which that means do not have him qualify for the Money in the Bank match. Instead, have him show up right before the match starts. Just, hey, we added one more person, Logan Paul, and then he just comes out. That's what they did last year with Austin Theory and in 2019 with Brock Lesnar. Because they're like, the believers are not going to waste a Logan Paul match on SmackDown or Raw, right? They're not going to waste one of his matches just to qualify. So the believers is that's how they would do with him. They would just have him at the last moment, maybe have Adam Pearce or come out and say, hey, we added one more person to the match, Logan Paul. That's how the believers he might enter the match. But we'll see what happens. But I think we're finished with the news, ladies and gentlemen. For real. Let's see here. Strowman neck surgery. Carlito at the Performance Center. Pac, Santana, Leia Hurts to come back. The arena stuff with WWE, CM Punk, Young Bucks, Kenny Omega. WWE show in India. New WWE Championship, Cody Rhodes. I think we are done. For real. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Until next time. Hala!